Hey everyone, we've got something new today to review, and this is the new Antec Draco10 M80X PC case. At first glance, the case design looks pretty neat for an M80X case with a cross RGB light bar that complements the diagonal design of the front plastic face, which also has plenty of gaps for good airflow as well. This means you can put a lot of good and hot hardware inside this case and not worry much about airflow and cooling. The case comes under the category of a mini tower. It can house mini ATX and ITX motherboards, air coolers up to 165mm height and graphic cards up to 360mm length without the front fan. The dimensions of this case is 444mm depth by 220mm wide by 410mm in height. The case is priced at approximately 4,200 Indian rupees, which makes it not a budget case, but with the inbuilt features it has to offer, the price seems justified. It also has a magnetic mesh filter for its top-mounted dual 120 or 140mm fan or a 240 280mm AIO cooler radiator, which is pretty much a required standard now. The case comes with pre-installed 120mm rear fan for exhaust, which is again a standard. For the front I/O, the case comes with a square power button, an LED toggle switch for front light bar control, HDD and power LED indicator, two USB 3.0 ports, mic and audio out jack. The interesting thing is that this I/O panel is easily accessible from the side of the case and can be replaced in case if the ports get damaged in the future. From the inside, the case has a PSU shroud with a window, so you know what power supply you have installed inside at all times. The case can house power supplies of maximum length up to 194mm with the HDD cage and up to 350mm without the HDD cage. The shroud also has perforations on its top, so you can add up to two 120mm fans if you want more air into your GPU. The shroud also has 3 slots for all the cables to enter into your motherboard and also a 4th slot dedicated for GPU power cables. This does help in making things look better. The front face, when removed, as a pre-installed magnetic mesh filter and can accommodate up to 3 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans for that extra airflow. However, I'm not sure what that extra top intake fan can do much here. You also have good ample of space to add a 240 or a 280mm AIO cooler in the front as well. And yes, that crossbar RGB lighting that is controlled by the inbuilt LED controller of the case. Now let's take a look at the back side of the case. The case has a removable and 2-position mounted HDD cage that can house up to two 2.5-inch SSD or 3.5-inch HDD or one of each. The motherboard tray also has additional 3 2.5-inch SSD mounting plates as well. The motherboard tray has a nice large cutout for better access of the rear of the motherboard, as well as a large cable entry cutouts for motherboard cables from the side as well as from the top. This does make connecting cables a lot easier. However, there are no grommets installed here. Not to forget ample of depth of 25 to 29mm for cable management. As for the bottom of the case, it has a basic mesh filter for the PSU. So if you want to build a budget PC in a small case that looks a little bit different, with a hint of RGB and your motherboard doesn't have an onboard RGB pin headers, this is the case that you can consider. So this is the review of the new Antec Draco10 M80X PC case. I hope you like what you see. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.